Hi guys, and welcome back to the 52-week illustration challenge. So for this one, for week 34's sheep prompt, I actually went through quite a few different drafts here, as you can see me flipping through my Moleskine sketchbook. I couldn't quite make my mind up. So I draw goofy sheep, and then I was just drawn back to my penguin character, that's Pete there that you're seeing, especially there on the top, that's Pete again having those dreams. And I just wasn't liking the idea of just a sheep, and I want to do a different angle. So here I'm pointing to the idea that I liked the most was of actually Elvis, my other penguin character, asleep on the bed and dreaming of sheep. So instead of counting sheep, he's dreaming of them. Because what do penguins dream about, right? I don't know. Anyway, so I liked the idea. I liked my little sketch there in the sketchbook, so I ran with it. I was very dubious about it though to begin with, because the idea here, which you will see in a minute, is that I was going to combine some techniques. So for the dream part, I want it to be full color, bright, and just full of life, because when I dream in full color. I don't know about you guys. And I wanted his dreams to be a pleasant place to escape to, because my characters, my little penguin characters, all live in the Arctic, where it is cold and dark year-round. And they don't get a lot of sun, except in summertime, and it's still fairly cold there anyway. And so when it is winter time, the best escape for my little penguins is to dream. So in this case, Elvis likes to dream about sheep, because they're warm and fluffy, and they're somewhere warmer than he is in the sun, with white fluffy clouds and beautiful blue skies, and they're just out in the green fields all day enjoying themselves. And he wishes he could do that during the winter, but he can't. He's stuck in the Arctic. So that was basically the idea running through my head when I finally landed on this one, and I thought, that's cute, I like it. So now here is the second part of what I'm doing with this. I decided that I would make the actual part with Elvis in our real time, not in the dream world, be basically ink washes, because I wanted it to be like almost like a black and white feel, and that the dreams were very vivid and colorful. So the opposite of what most people have. Lots of my friends have said that they dream in black and white, that they rarely ever dream in color, but I always dream in color, full color, and very realistic. So I wanted to portray that basically kind of like the dream verse that I normally have, very colorful dreams, and then completely disconnected from reality, so it becomes kind of black and white, I guess you could say. I was very, very nervous doing this because I haven't done an ink painting in so long. The last time I did it was last year when it was Inktober, and I didn't even do the full Inktober because I was, well, first of all, too busy, and then I just didn't have it all planned out. But this year, I'm going to try and do it, and so this was kind of like a nice little warm-up for that. And I was surprised how easily it all came back. I guess just because of stippling, because I'm so used to working in black and gray tones, that it comes more naturally to me than color. I have no real grasp on the color wheel, or what colors work together or anything like that. So when I have to kind of pick colors and things like that in some of my past paintings, which you've heard me complain about if you've been watching, I never seem to nail it, and I'm not very happy with how the colors come out. But whenever I do something in black and white, it almost always comes out the way that I wanted it. And this is just another one of those cases. I was so happy with how this guy came out in every single way. I like the fact that I tried a different position rather than just a straight on or a top down kind of angle on the character. I wanted it to be a little bit more interesting and, eye-catching. So naturally, I wanted it to be a top down because he's dreaming, but I wanted it to be from the side. And I wanted there to be some kind of dramatic lighting, maybe from a window off to his left side. And so it casts a little bit of shadows and some light spots as well. And ink just lends itself to that kind of concept perfectly. So I basically just had little 3 pots of inks there that you can see barely on the right side, and one was just pure ink, and then the other 2 were different degrees of washed down ink with more or less water. And then I would just work through those and basically make layers and decide which areas were going to be darker and lighter. I didn't want to go too crazy with that, and when I look at it now, this spot right here where Elvis is on the bed, just the way he is, I could have left it like that. I like that kind of soft edge look, but then the watercolor just didn't look right without some kind of hard lining. So basically here I was experimenting. I first hardlined the watercolor to see how it would look, and I liked it. But then it was such a harsh contrast to the very soft edges of Elvis's sleep. And there were things like the edge of his beak kind of get lost there in the shadows because the pencil is too light. So I kind of had to make an executive decision and decided that, okay, I'll have to hardline everything just to make it pop. And I do love it, you know, I mean, even though I would have liked to keep that soft gray, even with the Micron lining here, it still looks good in the end. It looks very clean and crisp, and that's exactly what I was hoping for. And I just like the story behind this one. It's such a happy one. And I can feel lately that my creativity is on the rise again because fall is starting here in Finland, and that's usually my best time for creativity, winter and fall. I don't know why, maybe because it's dark and I'm not tempted to go outside and you know, I have warm tea with me, comfortable pajamas, and I'm much calmer when it's not so bright out. And so my best works happen that way, and this is no exception. So I'm very happy that fall is starting so that my creativity can start improving again. So what do you guys think? Is this a good one? Any good? Did you guys like it? Would you like to see more like this? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this, and please check down below because I actually have another channel now called Sunshiny Days for Me on YouTube here where I do kawaii crafting. That link will be down in the description box below. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I hope you enjoyed this prompt, and I will see you for the next one. Bye guys!